And we are live. Welcome everybody. Hello Denise, how are you today?
Hello, I'm very well. It's beautiful and sunny here in England. How is it there?
It's terrible. It's really bad. It's been raining for the last 3 days. As you can see,
No,
it's almost May and I'm wearing all this stuff. It's
I
crazy.
thought, yeah, no, it's beautiful here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you for being here. It's such a lovely surprise to have you here. It's your first time with us. Can you tell us something about yourself?
Okay, so I have a little business called I Love Mixed Media. So obviously, I do everything to do with mixed media product, and of which that Stamperia plays a big part. We sell your product as well, very well, I have to say, because it's so loved by so many people. And yeah, I watch the cafes and watch you guys. And Omar very kindly asked if I wanted to pop on, and I was more than thrilled.
Excellent. Thank you very much. How long have you been working with Stamperia?
Well, my actual business has been going about just over 2 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
so pretty recent. Okay, nice. And it's going well, and it's always nice to see new shops popping up, and this market expanding. Very good, very good. How would you describe your style?
Very messy.
Okay, that's a trend. All right.
Very messy. I love rust. Everything has rust usually, and very grungy and industrial. I can do romantic when I need to, and I'm going to. I usually have rust and turquoise, but today I'm going to actually have a little bit of pink, which is not my go-to color, but it's a challenge. Let's try something new today.
Do you have some project of yours behind you? Do you have anything you would like to show us?
I don't have much ready, but I have a couple of things. So this will show you about my rust addiction. So this is using the Atelier.
Yes, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay.
So I love this sort of effect. And I have...
Anthony is saying that Denise is the queen of rust.
Oh, bless. Oh, well, he's amazing. I'm looking for my little box that had the projects in with the globe and things. It was on there. Well, we might have to find that because I can't actually find it at the moment. I had lots of things around me, and now I can't find it. We've tidied. Oh, here's something. Sorry, it's down on the floor. So
I'm sorry, I should have told you from before that I was going to ask you that. All right.
Yeah. Nice. So this is using one of your lovely rice papers. So we still have lots of grunge and rust, but I've actually got a little flower on that. So that's probably as flowery as I go. One of my favorite molds is the seahorse.
Beautiful.
So we have
from the Zero collection.
Absolutely, and you can see I really like that mold because I've used it on this piece as well.
Nice.
I
like the with the lights in the back. It looks beautiful. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Good. Very, very good. Congratulations. So, usually what we do in these lives is we start with a little presentation of how the week is going to look like. And then we get into, well, actually there is another little thing. It's the pizza game where we show how who is going to win what.
That's not little. That's not little.
Not little. It's
and Giovanni, last week, my design team member, Sue Rolfe, won. So we were so thrilled. Yes. Yeah, it was lovely.
Nice. Where is she from? Is she from UK as well?
Yes, yeah. She's local. Yeah, and I have my other lovely design team member, Carolyn, is actually here with me today. She's been helping push out all the greyboard cogs and everything for me.
Nice.
And a lot more, but yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so let's hope more of your design team gets the box and some other friends of ours. All right, so first thing coming up is today. We have the pizza game and the meeting with Denise Williams from I Love Mixed Media. I wonder if we have the link to your page. If not, we will put it in the comments. Then, tomorrow, we are going to have Omar and Monica Paruta. Sorry, let me change the comment to something shorter. There we go. So we have Monica and Omar showing us how to make artistic cards with the Romantic Collection. Did you get a chance to play with the Romantic Collection?
No, I haven't done the Romantic Collection as yet, but we do have it here. We do have it in the shop, but I don't have it. I haven't played with it myself. Not enough cogs. Not enough cogs in that one for me.
Well, luckily there is a lot of stuff coming up.
Yes. Yes.
Wax made. I guess you do play with waxes though, right?
Oh, waxes are my favorite. Absolutely love them. Waxes and Antonis's vintage antiquing paste. Wouldn't be without them.
There is something between loving steampunk and waxes that is really, it's always together. Okay, then it's Thursday, the design team, Antonis and Farrell. Farrell is our good friend from Australia. Well, I don't need to introduce Antonis, but Farrell is our friend from Australia, and she's going to make something nice.
I watched her show. It was amazing.
Yes, absolutely. And then on Friday, we have Amazonia Wow with Monse. It's going to be all in Spanish.
Not enough cogs. Not enough cogs. Oh, sorry.
Sorry?
Sorry, I was trying to put my PC up so I could see comments and things, and it just had an echo. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. All right. And then we have Modern Art with Monica Paruta. It's going to be in Italian. Wow, perfect.
Lovely.
Do you ever watch lives in different languages?
I do actually, yes, because most of your lovely teachers speak excellent English, much better than my Italian or Russian or anything else. I can do a tiny bit of French, but not much else. So yeah, I'm always very impressed.
Sometimes we have to direct some lives that are in languages that I know nothing of, like in Russian and Polish. And it's just you like clicking and hoping they're not saying anything weird. Like, okay, there you go. I guess this comment is okay, you know. So, yes. All right. So, we presented the week. We have...
So I need to work out how to get my camera down, so can you take me off a moment whilst I just try and mess around with this? Sorry. Thank you, lovely.
I'll try to entertain people. Okay.
Yay!
So maybe don't show the chewing gums. It's not a beautiful background behind. And what else do we have? A bottle of wine. That is not very professional either. But okay. So let me show what we have in our pizza box while Denise is creating her shot.
Let's do it that way.
In the pizza box today, we have okay. Oh, you were not supposed to see that. I am sorry. It's much easier when you have an assistant. Okay, so I hope nobody saw that. I don't think you did. We have the stencil from the Winter Tales collection, I think. Then the notebook with stone paper, a beautiful Lady Vagabond stamp, and then one stamp with crackle. This is actually one of our best sellers. It's usually not the most incredible designs that get the best spots. It's very simple stuff that always do the best. You cannot really see much here, but it's House of Roses and Provence. All right. Again, another House of Roses stamp to go with the collection. Oh, very nice. They're effective. These, in case you're sending... oh, sorry. Too much glare, they're telling me. Let's try to. Okay. Can you see better now? I hope. Okay. So, here you have Glamour Paste, Arctic Ice, Colla gel, more glamour paste. How lot of glamour paste? This is a very glamour paste box. And glamour pigments and the patina anti-cancer. A tag, just a tag, simple for some projects. Let me see. Denise, are you still with me? I think she is. Die cut. Ah, okay. This is better. Okay. Another die cut, round of die cuts. All right. Chipboards. Okay. 2 pads with orchids and cats and hortensia. This is a very romantic box with a touch of glamour. Then the decorative chips. I'm sorry this is falling off, but I guess you're not too picky. I think you're going to appreciate it. Then the famous rice papers, like this. 1, 2, 3, lots of them. I'm going to substitute the one that was folded. Crystal mold. How do you? Okay, perfect. There you see. And to top it all off, a calligraphy pad and a spring botanic pad. Voila. So the winner will be announced at the end, even though some of you already know. Well, I mean, show business, the show must go on. Let's put it all back together like this. And then we'll close it and ship it later. Okay. There I am. See, it's a one-man show. Well, 2 now that we have a great lady with us today. Denise.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Denise. How you doing?
Hello. I'm so sorry. I was struggling with my camera, but I think I'm here now.
Absolutely no problem. So here we are with your shot. And what are you going to show us today?
Right, so as I said at the beginning, we're going to do a flat piece. I was going to do something similar to the tin, but because of drying times, with it being round, it's a bit more tricky, isn't it?
Okay.
So we're going to do something along these lines with the rust effect and the cogs, but we're going to go for a pink background and using a different stencil. So I'm going to use the beautiful crackle stencil today.
Nice.
Which so useful because it's a generic stencil, so you can use it on so many different projects. And what I'm going to be putting through my stencil is one of my favorite of your pastes, which is the Crackle Gold paste.
And somebody's oh no, it's not you. Okay. Yes.
It is so beautiful. The color of this is just amazing, and it's beautifully smooth and soft, and I love working with this paste. And see how easily it goes through the stencil, even though this is really fine lines and very detailed stencil. It gives a wonderful result every time.
I think we should expand the amount of the catalog of that product. Yes. We have it in gold, in silver, and some of those colors.
Metallic blue.
And oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
The beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like a deep blue, a royal blue. I have one here if you want me to show it.
Oh, it's fine. If you have it, why not?
In the cupboard there, can you just grab a blue one? Yeah, we're just going to get one out of the cupboard. So whilst Caroline's doing that for me, I'm just going to show you how fantastic that paste has gone through the stencil here.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
And like most crackles, the thicker you put it on, the thicker the cracks you'll get. So I've done some earlier. And you can see, hopefully the camera, I can't see through my phone, so I'm having to wait for my PC, so bear with.
We can see very well. The definition is excellent.
Good.
At least for me. I don't know if everybody can see as well, but I think so.
Yeah, I'll hold it still for a moment. So where we've got it thicker, we've got more pronounced cracks, but we've still got tiny cracks even through this very thin stencil, and that's why I love this paste. So I'm now going to work on this board because it's had a chance to dry.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you the
Nice.
beautiful blue. Look at that. That's the royal blue with that
Uh-huh.
beautiful metallic sheen. So that's the one we were just talking about. And there's the number if you need it. Anybody?
K3P53G. Let me write it in the comments. KP353G.
Okay, fabulous.
There
So
you go. Okay. Denise, if I may just ask you, if you can,
Yeah.
otherwise no worries. Can you turn the camera horizontally?
I can.
Just otherwise, no problem. It's just that we have two round. We have the no. You should make it go horizontal as a shot.
I don't know how to do that.
No worries. Then just put it back as it was, and it's absolutely fine. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm so sorry. I will learn that for if I'm ever invited back, but maybe I won't be able to today.
Look, it's absolutely fine. We love it this way anyway. All right, thank you.
Because the camera's in the holder, it's quite tricky. It's a tricky holder. And when I tried just now, when you were doing that fabulous job of showing everyone the pizza box, I'd actually switched you off and completely disappeared. So I don't want to risk doing that again.
Absolutely no problem. Look, when everybody was home last year, we had so many days showing how to use the camera. It's a long thing. Okay. Oh, this is Cyprian. The Allegro Cyprian. Excellent.
Yes, a beautiful, beautiful color. Now, as I said, I don't do a lot of pink, but so I don't want it to be too similar to the project that you're already seeing, but it's going to be similar enough. I'm going to just cover this in this beautiful matte Allegra paint, and these paints are just wonderful. They're so smooth. They're beautiful to work with. And I'm going to wipe some of this back because I don't want it being, so a little bit of water.
Okay.
And I will wipe a little bit back because I don't want to cover over all of the crackle, and I just want a distressed look in the background. I don't want it completely opaque. So coming in with a cloth, you see it's just going to give me a hint now.
Very nice. Okay.
Because it covers so well, and on other projects you will want it opaque, but actually on this one I just want a little bit of that color showing through. And what we'll do is, it will look a complete mess, I'm going to say that to you now, but when we put everything on and we bring our waxes in and our antiquing paste, that's when we're going to re-see all this texture that we've bothered to put on underneath.
Absolutely no problem. So, may I ask you for the stencils code? They're asking it in the comments.
Yes, I believe that one is called Crackle. I have the cover. I will give you the number. That's this one from Antonis. Let me put it that way.
ASAT12. It's always fascinating to know why they're called that way.
Yes.
AT means Antonis Tsanidakis. So if you're looking for the codes, when it says AT, it's usually because it's Anthony's collection.
Oh, that's good to know. Right, so I'm just going to dry brush a little bit more in, but I don't want it solid. So you can see now, hopefully, that we've still got some of the black showing.
Nice.
And when we come in with the wax at the end, we'll see all these highlights. Just take a little bit more off where I've got more of the crackle. So that's it for that pink paint. Let me just move that to one side a moment, because otherwise I will put my elbow in it. And we'll just blast this very, very quickly.
Okay. Very good. Remember to like and subscribe, okay? Everybody, it's a very important part of this whole thing we're doing. Yeah. So you get a chance of winning the box. All right.
And what a fabulous pizza box that was you just showed there. I mean, they're always lovely, but that one is particularly stunning. So
this is from a new girl, because usually they were made by Gabriella, and this one was made by Antonella. Similar name, different people. Okay.
Ah, well, they both do a great job. So what I've done is I've started to gesso and paint some of my resin and grey board pieces. Now the
Okay.
molds I've used, you will have to excuse the state of them because I haven't cleaned them out, but we have so many lovely cogs on the SeaWorld mold.
They're even better if they're a bit rusty. It's fine. They are used. They have a livelihood.
They are very well used, and the beautiful flying machine has this super large cog which I'm going to be using today, and
Okay.
you'll see some nuts and bolts that are also from this one. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah.
Very nice. They look real. They look like they've been in a boat under the sea for years.
Well, they're nearly finished. I've just got another little bit to do on them. So what we've used to colour these is I've started off with a layer of the, I put my glasses on, Giovanni, because I cannot see. So is this Terra d'Ombre? Is that correct?
Terra, yes. Do you know what it means?
I'm assuming it means brown.
Tricky there. It means literally means shadowland, but it sounds creepy this way. It's land in shadows. Yes. Anyway, brown. Brown is a good way of saying it.
I should have known that from Terra, to be honest with you. And then you can see on this one, I've also started to add a little bit of, and I do know these colours. This one is Matone, which I believe is brick red. Is that right?
Exactly. Yes.
And this one's really difficult, but this is orange. And it's Arancione. Arancione. There we are. So these three colours together work fabulously for making this rust effect colouring. So I did make a start, as I said, but I'm going to just do it on this one so you can actually see how I've gone.
Okay.
And what I have done is I will put a little bit of these colours into my very clean palette that I have here. I told you I was messy, didn't I?
Look, I like a messy table. It's, in my opinion, it's much more satisfactory, especially because I don't have to clean it after. I just close the computer and I'm done. But
exactly.
I like to see a messy table. When I'm with scrapbookers and everything is so perfect, I don't know. It doesn't feel the same.
I don't know how they do that with their beautiful white. Their beautiful white shelving and all their products are beautifully lined up. I would love to be like that, but I'm afraid I'm not. So what I've added into these lovely Allegra paints is just some texture powder that I had in my stash. And what that's going to do is give me this more of a texture. So it's going to help me. It's going to help me when I'm looking to make this look like genuine rust.
Okay, very nice.
And I tend to dab rather than paint because I'm not looking for a nice smooth finish. I'm looking for all this texture going on. And it is the most imprecise painting you will ever see in your life. It is like a 5-year-old. You just dab your brush in and dab it onto the piece. I don't even use different brushes. Oh, I just hit my phone. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. It gives a cool effect. So Amalia was asking, is Stamperia an Italian company? It was founded in Italy, and then we are pretty much worldwide now. It's I was calculating the other day where we are absent, and we are not present only in Central Africa and some of Asia. So yeah, we went outside. Yeah. Okay.
Very much worldwide.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to add a couple more touches on some of these pieces. As I said, I did go ahead and put some on just to give us a chance at being ready. And on the screw heads and things like this, I've taken some of the paint and I've taken most of the colour off. So we're going to do a dry brushing And that works
Okay.
brilliantly against the ridges of the screws because it will just highlight the pieces that are raised. So let me have a look on here. I've got another one here. So this is why you were saying it looks real, is because not the whole thing is painted. It's just highlighting by brushing very lightly the raised parts. And because we've got little bits of texture, that's where you're getting the real look.
Ooh.
Hopefully you can see that.
Wait. Can you hold it
Yeah.
again for a second, but holding it still? It's not focusing on it. Never mind.
No, is it coming
Okay.
now?
It's a bit blurry, but just because it's too close. But it's very nice. It's yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
how I make.
Now it's perfect. Now it's good. Yes.
That's how I make
Okay.
all my artwork look lovely with a blurry screen. You see, it hides a lot of sins. But now, on some of the pieces, what I have done prior to putting the paint on is I actually used a little bit of your snow paste,
Okay.
which I'm looking for on my desk. I have got so many products on my desk. Oh, here it is on the right of me. So I actually used a little bit of this product. Am I in the right place? Sorry. I can't. I'm going to stand up because I can't see in my phone. And what this does is it's got a beautiful, beautiful texture. And
Okay.
it's very gritty. You see how lovely that is? And if you just rub that very lightly onto your pieces, I'm going to just do one over here.
Sure. Okay.
It will, you can hear how beautifully and grainy it is.
It's
And
very
you get all those little textures.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, so when you then come on to paint on top, that's what you'll see when you see here with the texture. So if you don't have that paste, you can use a texture sand or something like that, or maybe even if you've got something where you can just add granules to it, you can do that just to give even more texture rather than just putting a flat paint onto your grey board.
That's a very nice trick. I'm sure people are going to love it because they do really look rusty and vintage, like they've been there for such a long time. Very
Good,
nice. Thank
good.
you.
I've done a, this is off of the Belts and Fasteners, I believe. So this is a resin. I'm working with resin today.
Uh-huh.
And what I've used on the end of here is I've used some of my own mix of embossing powder. I've got a mix of 11 embossing powders, and that gives me this nice rusty look. And that's going to work really well as well with this.
Lovely.
Now, just going to check, this looks like it's dry. So what I want to add on to here is another dimension, just to put something else in the background. So it might be you wanted to put some rice paper or you wanted to put some stamping. But what I'm actually going to be putting on is I've used the beautiful gold cream paste,
Okay.
which also comes in silver and white, onto this Traveller texture impression plate. And this is how it comes out. So it's absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful. I like the feeling of how can I say flexible it is and how it falls on the sides.
Yeah. Now this is quite shiny at the moment. It's not in line with what I'm doing, but it's fine because I'm just going to glue a little bit on in places. And once you've actually made this, you can just tear or cut. In fact, I'm just going to tear little bits off. And I don't want too much on. It's just to create another element of texture for me. And I don't necessarily want bits that actually show that it's a journal, a newspaper, if you see what I mean. I just want some of the generic text because this piece isn't actually about journaling. It's just about providing me with some raised areas again so I can come over it later on. Now, what's the best glue in the world to glue this on? Everybody say in unison.
Yes, that was the answer. The whole world shouted it at the same time.
Exactly, that's the glue. Now, what I have done is I've decanted some of mine
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, whenever I sort of pause and talk slowly, it's because I'm frantically off camera looking around my desk for, for what I'm about to tell you about. And I have, there it is, the teeniest little pot. Here we are. So I've decanted some of my extra strong glue into this little pot only because it has a really, really fine tip. And when I'm coming to glue some things later on, like my very delicate grey board pieces, it's really useful. Do you want the number for this grey board sheet, Giovanni?
Yes, please. Absolutely.
We'll just grab one of those. I'm pointing at the beautiful Carolyn, who's being my runner today. And I just keep pointing at her and she knows exactly where to go to grab it. Thank you so much, my darling. So this is where the grey board pieces came from.
So, K, oh, that's a long one. KLSPDA413. Okay.
Okay,
I hope
so
it was right because I'm not writing it again. Okay.
You did do it right. Now,
okay.
whilst I'm putting my pieces on, I need to sort of have a little think before where the focus of my finished piece is going to be, because obviously you don't want to put all the good stuff underneath here where we're going to have all our embellishments in a moment. So you will see I'm spreading it out in other places that will hopefully still show. And a little thing most of our lovely viewers will know, but it's really good for the eye if we do things in threes. So you'll see here I have 3 pieces of this.
I remember there is a whole geometry of it, no? To do always repeat the number. Okay.
Yeah, odds tend to work better. So 1s, 3s and 5s are a little bit easier on the eye than the even numbers of 2s, 4s and 6s. And if you do a sort of triangular element, you'll see on my large pieces of crackle here, I've done 3 of those as well. And it just helps. I don't really know the reason behind it, but I just find I enjoy looking at pieces that have that on a little bit more so than when they don't. So I'm going to put some paint over this one now, and the paint I'm going to use is the beautiful, I've just got this in this week, this is the Ombre.
Ombre, which means?
Grey.
Shadow.
Shadow grey.
I apologize, we're a bit too inventive with names. We should call them dark grey, light grey.
No. I'm very stressed. I told you to be gentle with me today. You're giving me all these difficult questions. It's not fair.
Sorry about that.
Right, so I'm just looking for the palette, and I'm going to pop a little bit of the shadow into here. This is a beautiful dark grey, and this is just going to knock back that shiny gold, because it's a lovely gold, but it's a little bit too shiny for this project. It would look beautiful as it is on maybe like the Romantic collection. But for what I'm doing today, where we want it nice and grungy, it's just a bit too pretty.
Okay, toning it down a bit.
Yes, yeah. And again, very carefully, as if you've been to art school, you paint that on. And then you take a little bit back off again. Okay. So what we have here now is our background. And we're going to consider putting our pieces onto here now. So the main focus of my piece is going to be the highest, and is going to be the most built up. It's going to sit here. I'm just going to dry this off for a second, if I may. Is that okay? Because it's still quite wet.
Absolutely, no problem. How do you decide? Let me mute you. How do you decide where you're supposed to put the main element?
So I think when you've been doing it a little while, you do find your own favourite area. So some people favour the centre and then build out. Some people start at the bottom left and move up towards the opposite corner. I do that, but I'm often find that I prefer the bulk of my work down here. And the reason for that is I do like to put text on most of my pieces. So I just find it works if I have my text across here and my main focus here. But it could work putting the main focus here and putting the text across there. I mean, we could, in fact, let's do that today. So it's quite different to the other one.
Okay.
Let's put our focus over this side and have our text over there, because it's going to work because the background is all over, so it's not a problem. Right, so I'm going to put this one on first with my extra strong glue. And I'm just going to spread that over. Now, this glue is amazing. It does take quite quickly. It's not an instant grab, but it doesn't take too long. And we're going to put that one on here. And then basically everything's going to come out from here. This is our base point, if that makes sense.
Okay. So first you created the background, and then you put the main element, and from there you're moving around it. Okay.
Yes, right. I'm just grabbing some scissors. Sorry. So the chipboard pieces we did earlier, if I was to put those underneath as it is, we'd lose a lot of that element. So I'm just going to snip into them. So don't ever be afraid to alter your chipboard pieces and snip into them. And again, we're going to glue the back.
I always wonder how people will put emojis. We have one said we have an angry person in the crowd. I don't know why.
Oh, do you know what? I do that. It's an accident. Honestly, well, I don't say it. They might be angry at me, but when I've done it, it's always an accident. You go to click on the like button at the top to put the emoji on, and then sometimes it just defaults to the angry one, and you've hit send before you know it. I've done that so many times myself.
And then it's too late, and then you're angry for the whole life.
Yeah, so whoever that was, we need to know if you're really angry or if it was an accident. And if you're angry, tell us why.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yes, okay. let's make it right. Let's not go. Let's not leave it hanging there. Let's try and make someone go from angry to happy. So I'm just popping that one up there.
Yeah.
So we've got a little bit coming out behind. I actually want to move that over a little bit because I'm not too chuffed with that being there. Because I've changed direction, isn't it? And I'm going to get a little bit of mount board, grey board, just to put some support on here, because now I'm putting it on top of this. We need a raised area so that it will sit properly.
And I don't know if you like it as well, but I really like to see the original project and the next one next to the other, and you can see it taking shape with the original. It's really nice. I said original a lot, but I guess you understood. Okay.
Well, that's nice. It makes it feel special if it's original. We need a little bit more padding under here.
Okay.
I know this is sort of boring watching that padding bit, but it needs to be done, I'm afraid.
I don't think, look, I think all the behind the scenes is not boring at all, because after all, people are trying to get the same effect. And if they don't see the little things that you have to do to get to that point, they think they're not good at it. And instead, it's just that they didn't do the little things that usually are forgotten. So yes. We love this part.
Oh, that's good. That's a good way of, that's a good way of pushing it, because otherwise theirs would be a bit wonky and they might think, well, why did that happen?
If you look at how they make advertisements on for fast food chains and all of that, you see that they put little sticks inside the burgers. They put an extra coat of color, and it really makes things come up in a different way. So yes, we love seeing a little bit of how to make things pop up.
Yeah. It's like airbrushing models.
Yes.
They don't really wake up looking like that, do they?
No. See, everybody, it's not boring, and everybody is learning and loving it. Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. I actually can't see the comments. I'm so sorry, everyone, but thank you so much for coming by today. Oh my goodness, there's 109 people. Wow.
Well, that's just on Facebook, and then we have around 50 on YouTube. Also, and then after we realize that after the lives is usually when we get the most. So I don't know if I should tell you while we're live to which numbers we get. I'll tell you after.
Oh, okay, okay.
No pressure, no pressure.
The thing is, though, I won't be here then, so it won't be too bad. I really want this piece in, but I'm just trying to work out where to put it. So what we say is we offer up pieces. So rather than just stick things down, we tend to just put them and check and see if we can see where they're going to go. Now, believe it or not, I'm going to actually try and lift this piece up and put it under here, because I want something to sit behind there, which means I'm going to have to put some cogs or something under this one, but that's fine. We can do that. We're going to put this cog here.
So, because you cannot read the comments, I'll read some of them to you.
Okay.
A good friend of ours, is saying, yes, I love that piece. Then Angela Evans is saying, great demo. Carmen is, me encanta I love to see the process of creating. And Fiona Randall is saying, Denise, you're doing a fabulous, my lovely.
Oh, hello, Fiona. I know Fiona. She's lovely. She's in the UK here.
Perfect. Very nice.
That's so kind of everyone. Thank you.
We have a very nice community in the UK.
Yes, yes, you have. You have some people love you in the UK.
So
they really do. So I'm just using some old mount board and trimming it down to size so I can put some on the inside, because when I've made my resin pieces, you can see there's a slight dip in the middle. So to get it to sit nicely on my piece, we're just going to add little bits of this mount board, and then it should sit more flush with the piece, which is what we want. So we're going to have, so you can see I've got sort of an L shape going on here. We're coming this way. And we want to build out a little bit more. So with something like this, it really is about layers and layers and layers and layers. So we will tuck some in behind. Now this is where it can take an absolute age. So this is where you have the most fun, I would say. Now this isn't going to be, I won't be able to lift this up perpendicular upright because they're very heavy pieces, so it'll take a little while for them to dry.
Okay. So Gayleen is asking, where do we find Denise on Instagram and Facebook? Is it I Love Mixed Media on both?
It is, yes. Thank you so much. It is. It's just I Love Mixed Media. We have a lovely Instagram page, and we have a Facebook page, and we have a members page where everyone can post their makes, and we have some fantastic vagabond pieces on there that people have done. We actually had Belinda do her first international class for us.
Very good. Excellent.
Yeah. And so lots of people have posted their makes after that on there. So it's worth checking out and having a look.
Belinda's commenting saying, enough is just a little bit more.
Exactly, Belinda, exactly. And sometimes when you think you've finished, you go away and you come back and you think, I'll just put one more bit on. And then you realize, yes, it's done. I like it.
Always a work in progress. Yes.
I am now going to look at my focal point here before I put on some little metal embellishments. How are we doing for time? Are we okay?
Oh, we're good. No worries. We are 44 minutes in, but
okay.
I have nowhere else to be.
We're on the final stretch, so we're okay. So I've taken my Sir Vagabond 12 by 12 pad, and I have cut the wings from the gentleman at the bottom there. If you want the code, I don't know.
Oh, SBBL 82. I can tell you that.
Well done, fantastic.
Just to make sure, can you tell me if it's correct? SBBL
I
80.
will try. It's not on the front, is it?
No, it's on the back, bottom right.
Oh, there it is. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Is that what you said?
80. Ah, there. Okay. Apologies.
Did you say 82?
I said 82, but maybe it's Lady Vagabond.
Is that
I'm not
Belinda's?
Sure. Anyway, it could be. It could be.
It could be. So here we are. I've fussy cut this out, which was especially for you because Giovanni, I don't do fussy cutting. I don't know if you can tell from my messy fingers, but it's not my forte. But today, as it's a special day, I thought I would do that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And what I've done is we don't like the white edge of the papers. So I have literally spritzed a little bit of my beautiful iridescent bronze aqua color.
Yes.
And I had spritzed this into a palette. Give it a good shake side to side first to agitate all the mica so you get a beautiful bronze. And I've just sprayed it into a pot. And then what that does is that allows me to actually go in with my brush and use it more as a paint rather than a spray.
Okay. Samantha is saying that Denise is awesome and I can't help buying everything in her store. Just
yeah.
You would have liked to hear. Okay.
I do have some really good customers who come back again and again. And what we do is every Monday we do a live project. And every Friday we show new products that have come on. So obviously with launches and things like that. And that's usually when I get the most orders, because once people see how fantastic the products are, and we open up the pads and show them how lovely the things are, and we show them sprays, we do color swatches, and that's when everyone says, I need that.
Yeah, really, these lives are a huge way of showing what to do with each product.
Yes, yeah.
They're really substituting live meeting, which still has its pros, but it's a good way to reach a large amount of people.
Definitely, definitely. Oops. Right, so again, just using my wonderful glue to pop my wings on here. We are nearly there. My phone's moving about. Sorry, it's not on a very good stand.
Okay. How do you fix that? Can you put a little bit of that gummy double-sided tape, or how do you do it?
Well, it's attached to the top of my desk. So every time I nudge the desk, I basically need to treat myself to a tripod, because every time I nudge the desk or nudge the arm, it goes on a little journey for about 10 minutes and wobbles.
Okay. I understand completely, because in the beginning, the lives we used to have were just me with my phone walking around and filming everybody, you know?
Yes, yeah.
And my arm is not strong enough to hold an object for an hour. And so it was always wobbly, and people hated it so much. I had to walk around like this with both my arms, just, you know? So...
Oh dear, oh dear. What we do for our love of Stamperia, honestly. So my focal point for this piece is from the Owl and Memories mold. I don't know if you can tell, but I love your molds. I absolutely adore them, and they're all absolutely beautiful. But as soon as I saw this one, I fell in love with this light bulb, and I knew I had to use it with some clear resin.
Okay.
So this is what we've made.
Nice.
So it's a clear resin. And then to give the look of a glowing light bulb, we have mixed some of your beautiful glamour pigment in gold in with your transparent crackle paste.
Very nice.
And that's given this really beautiful bright colour. So it's not so much that I wanted the crackle. I realised they wouldn't really show through here, but I needed something transparent so it wouldn't affect how bright the gold was.
I'm sorry, I'm just astonished by the bulb. Can you hold it up for a second?
Yeah.
So I'm also showing it to someone in the office. This part, the bulb is made of resin, and under is made of, what is it made of under?
We mixed some of the gold glamour paste with the translucent crackle.
Okay.
To put on the back to make it look like it's lit.
Very, very beautiful. Very good. It looks like it's lit up.
Exactly, yeah. And then we've just put some of the shadow paint on the back that we had just now, that beautiful grey, and a little bit of wax on the bottom here to make it look like it's metal. And that's going to take centre stage.
So this is made with jewel ink, and it's similar. Oh no, you cannot see us, right? So anyway, this is something we have similar, and also this,
yes,
which is something I really like.
Oh, yep. I can't see on my phone. You have to bear with me.
You have to believe me. No, it's fine.
I believe you. My PC is
frozen. Of the show. Okay. Yes. Very
okay.
Glad you put it on top of the light of the wings. Very
yes, nice. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a nice contrast. The lightness of that is the contrast against the dark rusty that we have going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm very nearly finished. I just want to do one or two more things, if I may. I am going to grab my white, I call it Cerantica. How do you pronounce it? Cerantica?
Cerantica. Don't worry.
Cerantica.
Cera, it means wax, and lovely. Antica means ancient. So it's ancient wax.
Amazing. So this is going to highlight some of my wording and my cracks on my piece here, and then all I have to do after that is add a little sentiment. So we won't be much longer if I'm okay for time.
No worries. Yeah, we have time. I'm just told that the wax is made of actual bees wax.
Oh, so, it's beautiful.
Not synthetic.
Not synthetic, no, and it smells divine.
Thank you. I have the suggestions from the direction. Okay.
You have an expert next to you, like I do.
Yes. I'm just repeating without knowing what I mean. Yes, it's a wax made by bees. It was funny, but okay.
Now, when I apply my wax with my finger, of course you can use a brush, but when I'm just doing the top layer, I like to use my finger so I can feel how deep it's going into the impressions. And if you use your ring finger, so the one in from the pinky, this is the finger that will apply the least pressure. So it will always give you the most delicate touch as opposed to using your sort of pointy finger.
Perfect. Very nice.
And we are just literally highlighting some of the edges on this just so it starts to look like old aged rust.
Mm-hmm.
I would spend ages doing this at home, like when I'm not on a live, because this is my favorite part of any project. All my people know.
It's very relaxing. It seems like something that you do like for hours, and you just maybe a little bit more here and here.
Yeah. And the wax just makes I don't know, it's like magic. It just finishes. It doesn't matter what your project is or what color wax you use. Mm-hmm. By adding some touches at the end, it just brings it to life. I love it. So there we go. We've done that. And then I'm going to add a teeny tiny bit of antiquing paste.
Okay.
You would laugh if you could see me. I'm literally waving my arms in the air at Carolyn, going, "Where is it?" She's pointing. Thank you, Carolyn.
Sometimes what happens in the behind the scenes here is always crazy, so no worries.
Exactly. We're like swans, aren't we? We're sort of like, we look all calm and collected on the top, but underneath our legs are...
Sometimes we go live and we don't have the person that is supposed to be here. And so
Yeah.
it's just like one of us just we're entertaining the public and muting and shouting at other people like find me somebody, and they come up. It's
Well,
fun.
you had to do that a little bit with me today, didn't you? Because I couldn't work out how to get my camera facing the right way. Because when I do a live, it goes a certain way, and I don't do StreamYard, so this was all quite new to me. And I was thinking, where's the reverse the camera button? And I was getting into a little bit of a flap.
Oh, no.
And I was thinking, bless him, he's going to finish that pizza box in a minute, and I won't be there.
I'll take longer. The Crafty Yam is asking, Denise, are you going to add a sentiment?
I certainly am, my darling. And the
Yes.
sentiment has come from the beautiful, thank you, Karen, the beautiful new range that you have with the collections.
Collectibles, yes, very nice.
Sorry, yes. And we're going to take a sentiment from here. I must admit, these are just, for people who love fussy cutting, this is a dream, these pads for them, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
And because we have our light bulb here, and usually we talk about having a light bulb moment, which stems from an idea. Carolyn found a brilliant sentiment. I'm going to put it on now so you can see. And this is just going to finish this off. And I think because time's sort of more or less done, I'll make this the last thing I do, and then I'll just hold it up to the camera so you can see. I'll probably faff about. Have you heard that expression? Faff?
Fa? No, not really. What does it mean?
Faff. It means just mess about and play. And
first time I hear that. Okay.
yeah, I think it might be an English thing, but usually I will then faff about for about another hour.
Well, I would happily faff with you, but no, it's fine. Take your time. Take your time.
Well, I think, to be honest, I'm quite happy to leave it at that for us for today. If that timing works for you, I will just show you some close-ups. So a fantastic sentiment here.
There is no hope for it. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And I like that you put the idea word next to the light bulb. It reminds us of the bulb idea. Cool.
Yes, yes. And I did have somewhere, I'll be blowed if I can find it, but I did have, bear with, here it is. I won't glue it, but we've got, look, exactly the same metal embellishment from my stash as on your... So we are going to add that on later on. So we've got a little metal embellishment to go with that sentiment.
Excellent. So it's specular.
Yeah. So what do we think? Is that okay?
It's beautiful. It's really, I like this one even more than the other one. I already like the other one, but this one is really, yes.
Yes, I loved the lock on this one, I must admit. But yeah, so if I put them both down, you can see they're similar but different enough, aren't they?
Very, very nice. Very, very nice. They say that the beauty of the things in repetition, things have to be similar, but a little different to look nice, even when they are repeated. So this is fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much. That was great fun. I enjoyed that. So thank you.
So, congratulations. Everybody's writing in the comments. Spectacular, beautiful, fantastic, bellissimo.
Oh, thank you.
You have all the languages in the world coming to congratulate you.
Oh, so, thank you so much, everyone. That is so kind.
All right. So, thank you so much for showing us. Now, in the comments, everybody, please let us please go check out Denise's Instagram and Facebook pages. I'm sure they're filled with these beautiful creations. Thank you very much for the zoom in.
That's okay. I was wondering whether to try and turn my camera around so I could say goodbye.
Yeah, sure. So
Shall
let
I
me,
try?
yes, let me put myself up.
Yeah.
No, wait. Okay. Why am I not going up? Okay. Yes, you are hidden. You can turn around your camera. And yes, isn't it great to see all these artists from all around the world creating these amazing creations? Sorry, I'm not really good with words today. Um, yeah, and, it's funny because at home I have these fans on the side that is all rusty, and they want me to clean it and
There
to
we go.
change it. But it looks so beautiful to have rusted things, to have it looking vintage. So it's the beauty of rust. Congratulations for today's project. Who do we have? Is this Caroline?
Yes, I'm going to let you see Carolyn because she's been an
Hi.
absolute help. There she is. Hi.
Thank you so much for the help today.
That's all right. And
You're just
Carolyn
in the
loves your
back there.
products as
Here,
much as
here.
me.
What, sorry?
I said Carolyn loves your products as much as me. She's very knowledgeable on them.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, do you have any projects that you made? Oh, it's fine. Okay. So let's find out who won the pizza box today.
Yes.
And there we go. Ready? I'm not going to
Yeah.
lift it because I feel it too much. So I'll just have to move the camera. There we go. Ta-ta-ta. So it's Olga Kawalek. Okay.
Amazing. Well done. Well done.
Congratulations. Let me write it in the comments. Olga Kawalek. Perfect. This is Carolyn's project?
This is Carolyn's tag. This is going to be on our page tomorrow. So she will tell everybody how she made this. So yeah, it was just to give you a little first-hand look. So that will be over on our Facebook page tomorrow.
Excellent. All right. Then, thank you very much for being with us today, Denise. And
Thank you
everybody,
so much.
see you tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely day.
Apologies. I closed it without closing it. So it was still going. Let me put the live and goodbye. Ciao.